Every woodworker has scraps, or should I call them pieces we haven't used yet. But if you do have a lot of scraps, I'm going to show you an easy woodworking project anybody can make. Let's get started. This piece of wood is a 1/2 inch by 1 inch, so we're going to use this, but a 2x4 will work just as fine. This piece of wood comes with like a 60-degree angle, so I'm going to get that chopped off real quick. We'll take our square that's not a square and then measure up 6 inches. Now we got to make 3 more of those. Now we got to cut those at a 45-degree angle. Make sure you only cut one end of each piece at 45 degrees. So for this next piece, we just got to cut it regularly, and then that will make it one side of 45 and not the other. I don't know what happened to my math, but it was wrong. Now we have 4 pieces the same length. For our last 2 pieces, we're going to adjust our miter back to 45 degrees, and we'll cut 2 6-inch long pieces with both ends at 45 degrees. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll find out. Safety. Mark it at 6 inches, and cut it there. Flip it over, measure it, mark it, and cut it. From that one piece of wood, we got all of them cut out and we still have about a foot left. So we'll put that in our scrap bin and save it for later. Take your 2 pieces that have 245 degrees on it, and then we're gonna mark center. And we're just gonna use this square right here and then mark the center. Right there. And then from each end of the mark point, we'll measure out 1/4 inch. So pretty much you just have a 1/2 inch gap right here. Now we're gonna find half of this part, and that looks to be 1.5 inches thick. So it would be 3/4 inch. Right there. And then we'll pull those 2 lines all the way down. Now we're going to remove this part. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can do it on the miter saw, table saw, but I'm just going to use the bandsaw, come in those 2 slits, and then get a chisel and pop out that middle piece. I'm going to copy it onto this board, and then I'll meet you at the bandsaw. All right, we'll grab a 1/2 inch chisel, and then we'll take out that middle section. Just like that. Same for the other one. All right, what should happen with these 2 pieces is you should be able to slide these together very perfectly, and they should fit very snug. Might need a little bit of a hammer to make it get in there a little better. And there we go, it's very snug, and that's not coming apart. So now we'll sand all these pieces separately so it's easier later on. There. I'm gonna use the belt sander to sand like the outside pieces, and then I'm gonna have to hand sand that center groove. Now we'll sand it by hand to get that groove. There we go, we got all the pieces sanded. Now we'll take our 2 pieces with the groove in them, lay them down, and then put your pieces with 145 on the sides. Now if you're working with this soft wood like I am, you're gonna wanna pre-drill your holes. So I'm gonna pre-drill them with only 1 screw on each side. gonna take these little black 1-inch screws and screw them into the side. And now we can just slide it together. Give her a little tap tap. Somehow this leg came out to be a little bit longer than the other, so I'm gonna run it on the belt sander to flatten everything out. Now it should sit perfectly flat. Yeah, there we go. Now for the last step, I'm gonna torch it, but you can stain it, but I think the torched look looks a little bit better than stained. There we go. Well, there you go, guys. What you have just made is a pot holder, either for like plants or for your stove to put hot pans on. This was a very simple build, and if you wanted to, you could build it out of 2x4s. It'll be a lot bigger, but this is what I had laying around, so I made it out of this. And then if you want to store it or something, you can just take it apart, and then you literally just have like 2 pieces that are very flat. So guys, thanks for watching. I will see y'all next time.